Chapter 61 Every drop is the essence of nature, insert an I. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Called everyone who was having a heated conversation over. Stop chatting and come to the Lord's mansion with me to give you a surprise. Everyone was overjoyed. Surprise? Lord, have you finally figured it out? I can't wait. This is Iris. Really? Then, Lord, I'm going to put on my treasured clothes and other things. I want to look more dignified for the first time. This is Lilith. Lord, follow your orders, everything I have belongs to you. This is Dolores. Lord, can I do it too? But I haven't transformed into a human form yet. Are you sure you can accept it, that this is Louise? Lord, and let me show you the glowing ears. This is Kath running over, Zhu Zhao. What are you thinking about? I have something good for you to see. Lord, what good thing is this? Yes, Lord, what kind of good thing is it? Zhu Zhao looked at the sky speechlessly. You little fairies, just wait for me. With a face full of grief and anger, he turned around and quickly walked into the Lord's mansion, and everyone followed him. He chose an open space in the Lord's mansion and took out the scroll from his backpack. With the release of the scroll, a fountain of life filled with water of life appeared in the Lord's mansion. The breath of life exuded by the pool water is stronger than the realm where the ancient elf tree branches. At this time, Iris and Lilith couldn't help but exclaimed at the same time. Wow, Lord, are you building a swimming pool for us? It must be. But Lord, why is the pool water still full of the breath of life? There is actually a sweet smell. That because Louise and Dolores were both there when they obtained this item, they didn't make a fuss. At this time, Kath was also extremely pleasantly surprised. Lord, is this the fountain of life? There is so much water of life. The fountain of life only contains 1 unit of water of life every day. How long does it take to gather into such a large pool of water? As an elf, Kath must know this thing. However, Zhu Zhao still had a doubt, and he was afraid of making himself sick, so he still asked. Kath, is this water of life okay? Kath seemed to understand what Zhu Zhao meant, and sighed in embarrassment. Lord, what are you thinking about? The water of life is born by gathering the essence of life. It is not what you think. Every drop of the water of life is the essence of nature. Is there a difference? Don't worry about this issue anymore. If you have good things, of course you should share them with the heroes. Get a container and have a cup each. Wow, Lord, it tastes great. Yes, Lord, it's really delicious. Zhu Zhaogang wanted to taste the water of life. After hearing Lilith's words, her hands trembled and she almost dropped the container in her hands. Damn, I won't let anyone drink it, but when I thought that this thing could strengthen the body and keep the body in the best condition, I gritted my teeth, stamped my feet, and did it. After entering the mouth, it is really silky and smooth into the heart, with a wonderful sweet taste, leaving a lingering linger on the tip of the tongue. Nourishing the soul. In conclusion, it tastes really good. After 1 cup, I feel refreshed and exhausted. System prompt, congratulations to the player for taking the water of life. His physique has been enhanced, and his physical strength and spirit have been restored to his best condition. After moving your body a bit, you may not feel it is obvious, but your strength has definitely improved a lot. Even if Alice is wearing armor, I guess, maybe, she should be able to catch it, right? Forget it, I'll have 1 cup each in the morning, lunch and dinner every day. I won't believe it. Why do you feel that the smell in the house is weird and you feel sticky all over? Looking at everyone, only Louise and Dolores were fine, and everyone else had strange expressions. Kath quickly explained. Lord, when you drink the water of life for the first time, you will wash your menstrual marrow. This is the body's impurities that are discharged. So, I'm going to take a shower. You wait before washing. Why are Louise and Dolores okay? Lord, they are already a top-level race. The water of life has little effect on them. But it can increase our potential. After saying that, he ignored Zhu Zhao and ran to the bathroom of the Lord's mansion with Iris and Lilith. Zhu Zhao couldn't help shouting. That's my bathroom, how can I wash it if you occupy it? That he only received a few teasing laughs in response. Lord, you can come too, we are waiting for you. Damn, I really want to follow him, now that I have the water of life, am I still afraid of you? The worst thing is to do that and drink at the same time. After thinking about it, I might as well forget it and go wash it outside. Lord, it doesn't have to be that troublesome. I can burn it with dragon's breath for you. I guarantee that the cleaning will be cleaner than the washing. Clean. It's so clean. It is estimated that even he has disappeared completely. Ignoring Louise, she walked out quickly. Louise continued talking without giving up. Lord, I'm not going to lie to you. We, the Black Dragon clan, all bathe each other like this. It's very comfortable. You can really try it. Zhu Zhao was speechless. You Black Dragon clan are so immune to magic, of course you'll be fine. If you try it yourself, you will really die. After taking a shower, Zhu Zhao kept sighing, it is indeed the water of life. After taking a shower, he found that his skin had become much whiter and his body felt much stronger. When he came to the Lord's Hall, it was time to take stock of the gains in recent times. The territory is currently level 8, and the population capacity is only 500,000. Development is severely restricted, and it will be upgraded to 2 levels first. Once the time acceleration card is used, it will be completed in seconds. System prompt: congratulations to the player, the territory has been successfully upgraded to level 9. System prompt: congratulations to the player, the territory has been successfully upgraded to level 10. Open the territory panel, view the territory attributes. Territory, heaven and earth, name can be changed once. Lord, Tianping, level 10. Allies, none. Subordinate territories: Fortress number 1, Fortress number 2, Fortress number 3. Units that can be accommodated: 374223/5 million. Basic resources: 6.4 billion gold coins, 9 billion wood, 6.6 billion stone ore, 6 billion iron ore. Food, 280 million. Upgrade requirements: 51.2 million gold coins, wood, stone ore, and iron ore each. Convert all of them into gold coins, and there will be 280 small goals, but it is still far from the 900 small goals of Louise's training of exclusive soldiers. There is another Dolores waiting behind. Fuck, the speed of obtaining resources cannot keep up with the development of the territory. What should I do? Call all the heroes in the territory, give Dolores 100 million gold coins to train 1,000 units of 14th level angels. A total of 1,012 units. During this period, Kate cleaned up the area around the territory and gained a lot of dragon blood stones and fire demon hearts. Give Iris 400 million gold coins to let her train 40,000 units of 10th level fire dragon mages, a total of 100,000 units. Give Lilith 800 million gold coins to let her train 40,000 units of 11th level vampire dukes, a total of 110,000 units. 10,000 are in Alice's fortress number 2. Give Kate 400 million gold coins and let her train 40,000 guardian elves, a total of 100,000. 10,000 in fortress number 1, 10,000 in fortress number 3. As for Alice's blood knight, let her train it herself. 12,500 units of blood knight, and 60,000 units of wolf fighters. Louise has 100,004 units of 14th level black dragon. The territory also has 700 units of unicorns, another 1,000 units in fortress number 2, and 10,000 units of cavemen. There are 26.3 billion left, all of which are reserved for Louise's level 20. Chapter 62. Which man can bear such injustice? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The acquisition speed of basic resources obviously cannot keep up with the development of the territory. After thinking about it, Zhu Zhao put all the unused scrolls, equipment, unit templates, time acceleration cards, etc. in the warehouse for sale in his store in the mall. Only the hero advancement card remains. No amount of this stuff is too much. I spent another 1 million gold coins to buy 10 large speakers for all servers. Ladies and gentlemen, my store has just launched a batch of new products. Friends in need can come in and purchase. The 10 consecutive system announcements made the online Lord players excited again. The items on the shelves of Canopy Boss are definitely of different grades. If you can't afford them, you should go and check them out to broaden your horizons. On the store panel, the number of people pouring in increased rapidly at a speed visible to the naked eye. Ordinary players are pleasantly surprised when they see the items sold in the store. They discovered that the items sold in the Canopy store this time were clearly priced and were exactly what they needed. The most important thing is that the price is very suitable and you can afford it, so what are you waiting for? Grab it. The representatives of the major forces shook their heads and sighed after seeing the items for sale. These items are not of high quality. What they can buy are time acceleration cards and troop templates. However, the level of the military template is not too high, so it would be a pity to abandon it if the food is boring. In the World Chat channel, everyone is celebrating. Mr. Tianping finally sells some items that I can afford. I was worried about the insufficient defense of the territory, but I didn't expect to find a blueprint of urban defense equipment from Mr. Tianping's shop. The price is not high, picture. The same goes for me. But what I bought is a piece of equipment, and my strength has improved a lot. Me too. During this period, Zhu Zhao only harvested a 9th level high-level unit template, and the other levels were not too high, but don't underestimate the spending power of ordinary lord players. But even if all these items are sold, the basic resources are still not enough. It seems that in the next period of time, it is time to fully explore the Kunlun Mountains. At present, Zhu Zhao's exploration range of the entire Kunlun Mountains is only about 15%. Zhu Zhao plans to spend more than a month combing through the Kunlun Mountains, accumulate strength and prepare for the next first full server event. Zhu Zhao's current military strength is fully capable of cleaning up the Kunlun Mountains. After all, the intensity of monsters in the entire Kunlun Mountains is not very high at the moment. The longer the delay, the stronger the monster will become. At that time, it will no longer be possible to win with this military strength, and now that the strength is sufficient, there is still a treasure in the Kunlun Mountains that has not been obtained, and it should be possible to obtain it. This is also the reason why Zhu Zhao chose the Kunlun Mountains as his initial territory. In the game, after dinner, Zhu Zhao had an explanation with several heroes. He used Beiji's panel to contact Meng Han, and then logged off first. The golden coffin, the game cabin slowly opened. Zhu Zhao walked out of it. Damn, I really hope that the game and reality will merge quickly, so that I don't have to get all sticky every time. After smearing the nutrient solution on his body, Zhu Zhao found something was wrong. Damn, why does it stink so much? Has the nutrient solution turned black? That I looked back at the nutrient solution in the game cabin. There was no problem, it was still the normal color. He scratched his body again and scratched a handful of black dirt. Think for a moment. Damn it, can't it? Can the water of life in the game affect reality? Quickly ran to the bathroom and washed up. After washing, start looking carefully in the mirror. Holy crap, my skin has turned white in real life. My abdominal muscles are more obvious. That after waving his arms a few times, he could vaguely hear the whistling sound caused by the waving of his arms. That proves that the strength has also increased a lot. I just don't know if there is any enhancement in that aspect. I can't wait to give it a try. After getting dressed, as soon as she walked out of the bathroom, she met Meng Han, who was offline. The two looked at each other and smiled. Zhu Zhao felt that he must not have washed himself thoroughly just now and needed to wash it again, and Meng Han just needs a bather. After a long time, the two of them felt a little hungry. As soon as I came downstairs, I saw the scene from the previous few days reappearing, but this time there were only 3 people chatting in the living room, the head of the Meng family, as well as Zhu Zhao's father-in-law and mother-in-law. After all, the head of the Meng family was well informed and smiled at Zhu Zhao very calmly and kindly. The father-in-law looked at Zhu Zhao with a much more complicated look, and he didn't know what he was thinking of. On the contrary, the mother-in-law looked at Zhu Zhao with great satisfaction. Are you hungry, Xiao Zhu? Today I will personally cook for you to prepare a midnight snack. Meng Han, come with me. After saying that, he took Meng Han's hand and walked towards the kitchen. Zhu Zhao, on the other hand, sat calmly opposite his father-in-law. Awkward? Doesn't exist. After all, being a pretty boy must be outstanding in some aspects. As for last time, it wasn't embarrassing, it was purely because of the 2 bowls of soup that my mother-in-law served me. Which man can bear this injustice? But things are different now, and the effect of the water of life is surprisingly good. Regardless of physical strength or durability, they are all awesome. At this time, the faint conversation coming from the kitchen made Zhu Zhao straighten his back. No man would refuse such a compliment, right? Hey, the head of the Meng family poured Zhu Zhao a cup of tea with his own hands. Little friend, the boss told me what happened in the game. Thank you for letting Mr. Tianping give priority to selling to Mengjia. Don't ever say that. I'm just here for Meng Han. The rest of the Meng family has nothing to do with me. The head of the Meng family and the eldest brother of the Meng family looked at each other, showing an expression that was indeed true. That's also thanks to my little friend. Meng Han is also a member of the Meng family. There was a pause. My Meng family spent 5 billion basic resources to purchase the 9th level troop template and gave it to Meng Han for use. This is already the limit of what the Meng family can purchase. What do you think? Will the canopy boss agree? Zhu Zhao pretended to think deeply, but he was happy in his heart. The old man must have lied. With the strength of the Meng family, let alone 5 billion, they can get it even with 10 billion given a period of time. Don't look at the last time a tier 8 unit was auctioned for only a few billion, but you think a tier 9 unit selling for 5 billion is a lot. Not really. First, the level 8 troop auction can only be purchased by Xia Kingdom Lord players, so there is not much competition. Second, the game test time was too short, and the preparation time Zhu Zhao left for them was too short. Third, they have a chance to obtain mid-level arms in the early stage, but if they want to obtain high-level arms, even those big forces will need a long time. For ordinary players, that is unthinkable. You can imagine the value of getting high-level troops now. Although the difference between level 8 and level 9 is only one level, their attributes are not much different, but the gap in combat effectiveness between the arms is huge. Zhu Zhao pretended to think about it for a long time before speaking calmly. Since your Mengjia bought it and gave it to Meng Han to use, then I will make the decision to sell it to you. As for the canopy boss, I will go and talk to him. The two of them were also overjoyed after hearing this. Once the price is agreed upon, the rest is much simpler. The Meng family needs a few days to raise resources, and then Meng Han and Zhu Zhao will trade in the game. After eating supper together, a few people left immediately. Meng Han's parents did not stay overnight this time. However, the mother-in-law prepared a can of soup at the dinner table, saying there was no harm in drinking more, but most of it went into my father-in-law's stomach. The resentful look in his eyes before leaving made Zhu Zhao's scalp numb. Exercise after meals is definitely indispensable. Water of life is the real tonic. Chapter 63. This is a treasure chest. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Waking up in the morning, Zhu Zhao smiled proudly at Meng Han, who was still sleeping. In the future, the serfs will become masters. After breakfast, he returned to the game cabin and went online, struggling for 900 small goals. It will take a few days for the Meng family to gather 5 billion resources, so there is no rush to trade. The goal during this period is to fully explore the entire Kunlun Mountains. Arrange Iris to lead her 100,000 units of exclusive troops to explore around the periphery of the entire Kunlun Mountains. With Iris's talent of 10% damage bonus, 100,000 units of fire dragon mages are enough to sweep the entire periphery. Arrange Lilith to lead her 100,000 units. 10,000 units are in Fortress No. 2, 11th level vampire dukes to explore the central area of the entire Kunlun Mountains. After letting Kate arrange the defense of the territory, she also cooperated with Lilith to explore the entire central area. Although the central area of the Kunlun Mountains is smaller than the periphery, it is much more dangerous. The unicorns are also left to them. Zhu Zhao himself led Louise and her 14th level exclusive black dragon to explore the interior of the Kunlun Mountains and even the center. Of course, Dolores and her 14th level angels also needed to follow. After all, the interior of the Kunlun Mountains is still quite dangerous. Although the range is small, the monsters are denser and the levels are higher. Everyone, this period may be very hard, but for the development of the territory, you have to work hard. Lord, it's not hard. For the development of the territory, it is an obligation. Yes, it's not hard, but Lord, you. Before he finished speaking, he rushed over. The satisfied women began to set off separately. Zhu Zhao himself rode Louise, followed by Dolores, leading the black dragon and angels. They marched towards the interior of the Kunlun Mountains. This time, the ring of the Flame Demon Lord was left to Iris. The outer range is too large, and it will be much more convenient for her to have a ring that can store troops, because the territory is on the edge of the interior and the middle. She encountered a group of monsters not long after she set out to the interior. They are all level 8 to 9, which is absolutely a sweep for the 14th level troops. Along the inner edge, they began to explore the center little by little. The monsters encountered along the way are getting higher and higher, and the number is also increasing, and the resource points and treasure chests are also increasing. The 14th level black dragons and angels can only kill monsters while collecting. Fortunately, with the 99% time reduction of talent, the collection speed is rapidly increased. No matter monsters or treasure chests are left out. Zhu Zhao is also fighting to reach the 900 small goals. At the same time, Iris, Lilith, and Kate are also exploring frantically. All the monsters and resources that can be seen are not left out. Iris was the first to complete the exploration. Although the outer area of Kunlun Mountains is large, the number and quality of monsters are not worth mentioning compared to the middle and inner parts. Of course, the resources harvested are also incomparable. During this period, Zhu Zhao went to the Elf Forest and traded the 9th level troops to Meng Han. At the same time, 5 billion basic resources were also harvested. After returning to the territory, all the harvests during this period were put on the shelves of his own store. After knowing that the exploration of the periphery of Iris had been completed, he arranged another task for her. He trained another 100,000 units of guardian elves and arranged for her to take them to Fortress Number 2 to meet Alice. Let the two of them capture the fortress. One is for the reward given by the fortress system, and the other is for the resources in the fortress warehouse. Another is to expand the scope of activities in the territory and prepare for future activities. As for training 100,000 units of guardian elves, of course, it is for garrisoning the fortress after capturing it. After occupying a fortress, because there are not many heroes, heroes must not be left to garrison. There are no other lord players to help manage, but at least troops should be left to defend. Leaving 10,000 units of guardian elves in each fortress should be more than enough. If it is not enough, Kate can train again. Zhu Zhao returned to the interior of the Kunlun Mountains and continued to explore towards the center. The monsters are high level and large in number, so we can only take it slowly. During this period, the levels of both soldiers and heroes have been improved. Unexpectedly, Louise has not reached level 30 yet, but Dolores has reached level 10. She has trained 9,000 units of 14th level angels. The top races grow slowly, and the experience required for each level is even dozens or even hundreds of times that of other races, and because of the level difference, each monster gains much less experience. This has resulted in the fact that although the level of the monsters inside the Kunlun Mountains is high enough, but the level of the Black Dragon and the Angel has not been improved as much as the Fire Dragon Mage led by Iris. As time passed, more than a month passed. During this period, not only Zhu Zhao's territory was developing, but representatives of other major forces were also not idle. The territory of Lei Jinzi of Xia State, because of the auction of a 7th level soldier and an 8th level soldier, backed by the resources of the Xia State military, has now stationed millions of troops. This does not include the low-level soldiers of other lords of the Xia State military. Don't underestimate the strength of any major force, especially those with a country as a background. At this moment, Lei Jinzi already possessed a certain degree of strength. He was leading his army, preparing to attack a fortress that he had been eyeing for a long time. Lei Jinzi looked at the three holy mothers. How is the detailed information of the fortress being investigated? What's the situation? After hearing this, the three holy mothers sorted out the information and hesitated. The information has basically been investigated. The level of the fortress has not been upgraded, it is still level 1, but... Lei Jinzi joked. But what? Why are you hesitant? It's not like your style. The three holy mothers rolled their eyes at him. But although the level of the fortress has not been upgraded, the number of monsters inside has increased, and the level has also increased. Hearing this information, Lei Jinzi became a little worried, wondering if the troops currently prepared were enough. How many are there? How much has the level increased? There are about 3 million monsters in the fortress, and the level of the guarding monsters is mainly level 6 to 7. Although we can take it down with our strength, the damage will definitely be considerable. As time goes by, the number and level of the monsters in the fortress will increase. The fortress that Lagency planned to capture was just an ordinary fortress. Lagency pondered for a long time and finally decided to fight. The guarding monsters of the fortress will only become stronger and stronger, and it is better to suffer a short pain than a long pain. Since you have the strength to take down the fortress, you must attack it, and damage is inevitable. As long as the fortress is captured, the resources and treasures inside will definitely be enough to make up for the loss of troops. And if it is managed well, it will also be a considerable income. Since it has been decided to attack, there is no need to wait any longer. Millions of troops marched towards the fortress in a mighty manner. Soon they arrived at the outskirts of the fortress, and after arranging the tactics, they directly issued the order to attack. A large number of low-level troops died on the road of the charge, but it also bought time for other troops. The main force of the attack was the 7th level Flying Griffin and the 8th level Black Panther Warrior. The low-level troops only paved the way for the Black Panther Warriors, so that they could safely reach the city wall and attack the city wall. It also attracted the firepower of the city defense equipment for the Griffin, making it easier for the Griffin to fly up to the city wall and attack the city defense equipment. For the death of low-level soldiers, everyone did not care. These were just cannon fodder. They had no shortage. Soon the fortress wall was breached, and Lagency led the army to enter the fortress through the gap and attack the interior of the fortress. Soon the fortress was taken. However, there was no system announcement for the entire server at this time, so there was no reward. However, Lagency did not care about these. After occupying the fortress, he and several other Xia lords went straight to the fortress warehouse. When they saw the mountains of resources and treasures inside, everyone laughed wildly. It was worth it, and the loss of those soldiers was nothing at all, and if the fortress is well managed, it is a treasure pot. Chapter 65. Who else? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The Lich King was somewhat unbelievable. The Kunlun Mountains were the battlefield of the ancient war. At that time, all the major races suffered heavy losses. Some were exterminated, some became hermits. How could a top-level race come to attack the city at this time? Moreover, the two top-level races, angels and black dragons, belonged to different camps. How could they join forces? Are you sure you didn't see it wrong? Are they really black dragons and angels? The necromancer nodded affirmatively, and at the same time, he was somewhat unbelievable. I can't see it wrong, it must be black dragons and angels, but... The Lich King was anxious. When did he hesitate? You tell me, do you want to be an experimental subject? The necromancer was trembling with fear when he heard that he was going to be an experimental subject, and hurriedly denied it. No, I don't want to be an experimental subject. I saw a human lord riding on the back of a black dragon, which should be the alien lord who appeared recently. Hearing that it was an alien lord who appeared recently, the Lich King's heart was relieved. Alien lord? How long have they appeared? Even if there are black dragons and angels, there probably aren't many units, right? This city lord wants to see who is so brave. After saying that, he didn't listen to the necromancer's continued nagging, and hurried towards the city wall. At this time, the battle on the city wall had already started. The undead guards had made sufficient defensive preparations, and the city defense equipment was also ready to go. But when the black dragon entered the attack range of the city defense equipment, all magic city defense equipment lost its function. And the black dragon was immune to magic. It was equivalent to that most of the entire city defense equipment lost its function. As for the attacks of those physical city defense equipment, the damage caused was not too high under the black dragon's strong defense and blood volume. Occasionally, there were unlucky black dragons who were focused on fire, and they were resurrected by the angels behind them just after they died, and the damage caused by the black dragon and the angel to the city defense equipment was really piece by piece. The dragon breath of the black dragon added dark damage, and the judgment of the angel added light damage. When they attacked the city defense equipment at the same time, a wonderful chemical reaction occurred. Darkness and light are opposites. The angel and the black dragon attack at the same time, and the additional damage finally produces an explosion effect. That power, as the city defense equipment on the four walls was constantly destroyed, all the soldiers soon gathered together, no longer paying attention to the undead monsters on the city wall. They began to attack the city, and Zhu Zhao was also riding on a black dragon at this time. As for why Louise was willing to let him ride another black dragon. Just look at her crazy killing state at this time. Seeing that they had already entered the city, Zhu Zhao was also overjoyed. It was much easier than he thought. It has been a long time since I led the team to attack the city, and I have forgotten that the black dragon is immune to magic. It will be much easier if at least half of the city defense equipment is useless. As for Zhu Zhao doing it himself, that is impossible. In a large-scale war, the strength of an individual is limited. As for why the forbidden spell scroll is not used, that thing has been sold for resources a long time ago. Otherwise, it is not so easy to get these basic resources of nearly 100 billion. The Lich King, who had just come out of the Lord's mansion and rushed towards the city wall, changed his face when he saw so many top-level troops. His eyes were fixed on the necromancer who reported the news. Is this the alien lord you mentioned? You didn't tell me there were so many top-level troops. Do you really want to be thrown into my laboratory? That at this time, the necromancer was also crying without tears. Lord City Lord, you didn't let me finish. That at this time, the Lich King couldn't care so much. Since the enemy has already entered the city, it must be a life-and-death battle. The alien lord has only more than 1 million troops, while there are 100 million troops in his city. Although the level is not as high as the enemy, there are more people. The advantage is mine. He kicked the necromancer next to him. What are you still doing here? Arrange guards to fight back. Even if you use the number of people to pile them up, I will pile them up to death. However, imagination is beautiful, but reality is very cruel. Louise led the Black Dragon's attack, which was unstoppable. The first to be destroyed were the flying defensive monsters. After a round of dragon breath, the fastest group of monsters turned into white light and dissipated. The angel's round of holy light judgment fell, and also killed a group of them in seconds. After the flying monsters were cleared, the black dragon went to fight. The angel stayed in the air and continued to attack from a distance, occasionally resurrected the unlucky black dragon. The black dragon on the ground, relying on the advantage of its size and super high defense, was even more rampant. At this time, Zhu Zhao also came to the sky above the city. Seeing the black dragon and the angel so powerful, he was also very satisfied. It was worth his hard work for more than a month to gather enough basic resources to train them. The troops continued to advance towards the Lord's mansion in the city. As the main force, the black dragon also began to split into two teams and attack in turns. Just like the ruins, the more monsters there were, the deeper they advanced. In order to be able to attack continuously, they could only be divided into two groups. As for why they didn't give the black dragon the water of life, they were reluctant to give it away, and there wasn't enough to share. The following battle didn't have much suspense, but it took a little longer. Even the necromancer and the Lich King were unable to withstand the concentrated fire of the black dragon and the angel. It was enveloped by the power of darkness and light at the same time and exploded to pieces. Zhu Zhao shook his head. It's a pity that the blood all over the body is such good nourishment to feed the branches of the ancient elf tree. As the last unit of guarding monsters was killed, Zhu Zhao also fell from the sky on the black dragon, arranged Louise and Dolores to lead troops to collect loot, and he himself rushed towards the warehouse in the city. As soon as I opened the warehouse door, I was stunned by the sight in front of me. The huge warehouse is filled with resources and treasures. Zhu Zhao was dazzled by what he saw, but these are secondary. Zhu Zhao's main goal is still the treasure. Suppressing the excitement in my heart, I started searching in the warehouse. Soon, he discovered a book on a bookshelf that exuded a strong aura of death. The book is completely dark, but there is a faint glow coming from it. This should be it. Quickly stepped forward, picked up the book and began to check the properties. Bible of the Dead, level, unique props, level, 1. 0/100 000, each unit killed will provide 1 unit upgrade experience. Special effect, Resurrection of the Undead. Resurrection is centered on oneself, within a radius of 5,000 meters. Corpses that have been dead for no more than 2 hours are transformed into undead to help fight. The combat power of the transformed undead is 80% of the body. The existence time is 2 hours. There is no quantity limit. Undead transformation, special corpses and skeletons can be transformed into permanent undead troops. The number that can be transformed is related to the space of the undead. Space of the undead can store and transform undead troops. The current upper limit is 10,000. As the prop level increases, the storage limit will also increase. After reading the attributes, Zhu Zhao was overjoyed with surprise. That's right, it's this undead tribe's treasure. Let Junlin Tianxia, who has nothing, make a comeback again. Although there is no attribute bonus, the special effects are so awesome that it deserves the title of a unique prop. Not only can dead corpses be resurrected, but special corpses can also be transformed. Although the resurrection of the undead has a time limit, this special effect can be released continuously, as long as there are corpses. You can resurrect as many undead souls for your own use. The enemy's troops are getting smaller and smaller as they are defeated, but you can resurrect the opponent's dead troops and transform them into your own undead troops. Just ask, who else is there? Chapter 66 Banquet. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The special effects of undead transformation are even more outrageous. You can transform those special corpses or skeletons into permanent undead for your own use, although the amount that can be converted is related to the space of the dead. But the Bible of the Dead can be upgraded. 100,000 experience points is equivalent to 100,000 units of life. Even if you attack any fortress or monster gathering place, there will probably be more than just these monsters. Unfortunately, it can only transform special corpses and skeletons, but that's not bad. This is the Kunlun Mountains and an ancient battlefield. There are corpses or bones everywhere. You must know that the skeleton of a giant dragon was also found in the cave where the dragon blood stone was collected. Zhu Zhao collected 15,000 units of dragon bones. When the time comes, these bones will be transformed into 15,000 units of undead bone dragons. Even if the bone dragon is the shame of the dragon clan, it is only level 13, the point is it's free. There must be more than just these special skeletons in the Kunlun Mountains. There are quite a few top-level races that fell back then. When the time comes, this prop is your trump card against those big forces. Human C tactics. Who is afraid of whom? There are too many trophies in the warehouse. It's too tiring to do it alone, so it's better to find some free labor. From now on, the Black Dragon and Angel can get rid of the days of killing monsters and working as coolies. He walked out of the warehouse and called Louise and Dolores back, riding Louise to find a suitable position. The special effect of the resurrection of the undead was released, with Zhu Zhao as the center, within a radius of 5,000 meters. Corpses that had died before they could be refreshed began to resurrect. When the Black Dragon and the Angel saw that the dead guard monsters started to stand up one after another, they were about to attack. Fortunately, Zhu Zhao stopped him in time. Are you kidding me? These are all coolies taking your place. Arrange these resurrected undead to collect the loot outside. Zhu Zhao returned to the warehouse with the revived undead. Start searching for the loot here. The stuff here is the bulk. There is strength in numbers, and soon the entire giant city is stripped of all its loot. When he saw that there were more than 20 billion in basic resources in his backpack, Zhu Zhao's lips curled up to the back of his head again. This does not include those scrolls, acceleration cards, equipment, unit templates, etc. Just as I was about to go home, something suddenly occurred to me. Louise, Dolores, lead your troops to search carefully around the city again to see if there is anything strange. That the two women were puzzled. Lord, haven't we collected everything in this city? Lord, is there anything left behind? Zhu Zhao also suddenly thought of it. It is said that in the previous life, teleportation arrays from other planes merged with this city of fear. I don't know if it appeared after the fusion of games and reality or if it appears now. This way, you guys have to work harder. Let's search the city carefully to see if there are any places that have been missed. Louise and Dolores also nodded in unison. Since the Lord has said it, he must listen. They began to lead their troops to spread out and search carefully around the city of fear. Zhu Zhao also rode a black dragon and flew slowly over the city, searching carefully. 2 hours later, Zhu Zhao searched almost every corner of the city and found no plane teleportation array. However, we found several caves, which contained many dragon blood stones and dragon bones. Zhu Zhao arranged for the collection of black dragons, and he also put 5,000 units of dragon bones into his backpack. This can be considered an unexpected gain. When Zhu Zhao returned to the city hall, Dolores had been waiting inside for a long time. When he saw Zhu Zhao coming back, he went to greet him. Lord, I didn't find anything here. Since none of them have been discovered, the plane teleportation array must have appeared after the game merged with reality. Zhu Zhao nodded. I didn't find it here either. Since that's the case, I won't look for it anymore. Let's go home. Then he led the army to leave this fearful city and return to the territory. Zhu Zhao smiled as he watched the huge city behind him, which made countless lords and players fearful just by hearing its name, getting further and further away. Keep it, this will be a good place to level up and earn resources in the future. By the time Zhu Zhao led his army back to the territory, it was already dark. Iris, Lilith, and Kath are all in the territory. Even Alice rushed over from Fortress Number 2, when he saw Zhu Zhao getting off Louise, he rushed over to her, but this time it was caught firmly by Zhu Zhao. After drinking the water of life 3 times a day, my physical condition is already different from what it used to be. The other girls were not willing to lag behind. It was not until Louise came over that Zhu Zhao was pressed to the ground. Louise, you're still in dragon form, you want to crush me to death. The girls also helped Zhu Zhao up. They all covered their mouths and snickered. The exploration of the entire Kunlun Mountains was finally completed and the matter came to an end. It's been a great harvest and worth celebrating, so Iris proposed a celebration party. Zhu Zhao didn't object, as it should be, so the 5 girls and 1 dragon rushed into the kitchen and started busy. I don't know what Louise was doing with her. Could it be that Black Dragon can also cook? The chattering sounds of several women working in the kitchen came from inside. Sister Iris, the Lord is finally no longer so fragile. Of course, not only the Lord, but also the few of us have become stronger. Drinking a cup of the water of life given by the Lord every day is very delicious. And it has a whitening effect. Look, our skin has become much whiter. Yes, the water of life is really delicious, and it is sweet and has a faint fragrance. Why don't I have it? The Lord didn't give it to me. No, I will go to the Lord, I want it too. Don't worry, there are a lot of them in the Lord's room, take more back when you leave. Well, okay. Hee, can it really whiten? The Lord should like it very much. When do you think the Lord will be with us? Yes, I have prepared my clothes, just waiting for that day. Hearing the intermittent conversation inside, and the content that was a little exciting from time to time, Zhu Zhao's old face was a little hot. Damn, a villain like me, bah, is a gentleman. After hearing this, I blushed a little. You can imagine how explosive it is. I have been busy for more than a month, but I actually forgot to send some water of life to Alice. What a mistake. I'd better prepare some for her first and find an excuse later. I returned to the Lord's mansion, took some containers, and prepared a lot for Alice. Soon, the celebration banquet was ready. The whole table was filled with it, which was very rich. As soon as I sat down, before Alice asked, I handed her the prepared water of life. Don't talk, kiss me, I prepared it for you, drink it. Alice took the container and observed it carefully. Lord, is this the water of life? How much is it? Can it be used by several of us? This is the water of life. I know it's the water of life. Zhu Zhao was full of food at this celebration banquet. There was no way, every hero was passionate, he was taken advantage of, except Louise. Forget it, I'm tired, let's destroy it. Offline, starting from the next chapter, activities will be launched one after another. Thank you for the support of friends who can keep reading. Chapter 67. The first server-wide event begins. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The next day, I felt refreshed and got up early. I drank the water of life 3 times a day, and my physical fitness is much better than before. Looking at Menghan, who was still sleeping, Zhu Zhao didn't have the heart to wake her up. He had never given Menghan the water of life. Let's wait until the game merges with reality before giving it to her. Let me show off for a while now. Kunlun Mountains, the territory of heaven and earth. Zhu Zhao was warmly welcomed as soon as he came online. Walking out of the Lord's mansion, Zhu Zhao took out 10,000 units of dragon skeletons from his backpack. It's time to experiment with one of the special effects of the Bible of the Dead, the transformation of the dead. In an instant, black light flew out of the Bible of the Dead and fell on the dragon skeleton. The dragon skeleton was covered by the black light until all the black light was absorbed. At the crisp sound like the reorganization of bones came, which made people's scalps numb. A few minutes later, the dragon skeleton moved. Crack, crack, the sound of bones colliding and rubbing rang out, and one after another, the undead bone dragons were transformed. Gray-white bones, the body swayed slowly, 2 balls of blue soul fire appeared in the empty eye sockets, the soul fire exploded in the eye sockets with a bang. And the undead bone dragon seemed to be endowed with power and truly alive. Awoo. Is that how it sounds? The successfully transformed undead bone dragon roared to the sky. Zhu Zhao looked at the undead bone dragon carefully. There were only 2 balls of soul fire flashing in the eye sockets, and nothing else. Zhu Zhao was a little curious, how did this sound come out? The roar of the undead bone dragon just fell. Awoo, awoo. Another group of roars came, along with the sound came a series of black figures. The undead bone dragon, who had just roared to the sky, was frightened after hearing the same roar. When more than 1 million black dragons gathered, the undead bone dragon surrounded in the middle trembled even more, the soul fire in the eye sockets dimmed a little. Seeing the black dragons breathing dragons, they were vaguely ready to attack. Zhu Zhao hurriedly stopped them. Stop, shut up. Don't spit in the territory. Be civilized and polite. These are your future companions. After the black dragons dispersed, Zhu Zhao checked the attributes of the undead bone dragons. Undead bone dragon, level 13, flying soldier, level 1. Race, undead.hp, 26,000. Defense, 650. DPS, 820. Speed, 15. Food consumption, 13. Skills, soul reaver, whenever the target dies, it can plunder and devour the target's soul to restore its own HP. Breath of the Dead, causes 200% damage to the target and adds 50% curse damage. Although it has become an undead, it is still a dragon after all. This attribute is also top level among the 13th level soldiers. The skills are also good, with recovery and output. It even adds curse damage. The key is that the undead bone dragon is free. Since the Bible of the Dead is only level 1, it can only transform 10,000 units of undead at present. It needs to upgrade the Bible of the Dead as soon as possible, convert all the basic resources harvested from the City of Fear into gold coins, 26 billion, throw all the remaining and used items into the store and sell them slowly. Louise is still far from level 40, and it will take some time for Dolores to reach level 30. The exclusive arms they can train have reached the upper limit, then they can only train other exclusive arms to increase the strength of the territory. For the next event, Zhu Zhao only plans to take flying arms, for the convenience of action, then they can only train Lilith's exclusive arms. The territory currently has 110,000 units of 11th level vampire dukes, of which 10,000 units are in Alice's Fortress No. 2, all the gold coins were given to Lilith, and another 1.3 million units of 11th level vampire dukes were trained. A total of 1.41 million units. At this time, the system announcement suddenly sounded. System announcement. The first National Lord event, the World Boss event is open, and the World Boss kill ranking is open. Click to view details. System announcement. 3 consecutive system announcements sounded. All players in the National Lord were instantly boiling. The long-awaited event is finally about to start. Only Zhu Zhao knows that the boss battle is just a simple preparation before the National War, just an appetizer. It's a good opportunity to verify the development results of more than a month. Open the event rankings. World Boss Kill Rankings. World Boss will be randomly refreshed in various continents after 2 hours. Killing the World Boss will get rich rewards. It will be included in the rankings according to the number of kills. At the end of the event, the players on the list will receive rewards. First place, none. Second place, none. Third place, none. The refresh location of the World Boss in the Universal Lord is completely random. It may refresh at the door of your territory, it may also refresh thousands of miles away from you. How many world bosses can be killed depends entirely on luck. Of course, strength is more needed. After all, it is a world-class boss, and the strength is still very strong. If you don't have enough troops and strength, it's better not to provoke them. Otherwise, you will become a commander without troops in a minute. Zhu Zhao has also planned for this event for a long time in advance. When Iris cleaned up the outer perimeter of Kunlun Mountains, Zhu Zhao asked her to cooperate with Alice to occupy many fortresses. For the next event, Zhu Zhao asked Lilith to train 1.3 million vampire dukes. This time, Zhu Zhao only plans to bring black dragons, angels, vampire dukes, and the newly transformed bone dragons. After the world boss is refreshed, the system will announce the coordinates of the boss, then you can find it according to the coordinates. However, what if the refreshed world boss is very far away from you? At this time, the importance of flying troops and fortresses is reflected. Flying troops are not only fast, but also can ignore terrain. The marching speed will be greatly improved. In fact, the fortress occupied by Zhu Zhao is equivalent to a portal. You can cross from this coordinate to another coordinate in a short time. It is very convenient to use the fortress to travel and kill the boss. This is also why we focus on training flying troops and occupying fortresses. At this time, the chat channel is also very lively. I have waited for a long time and finally waited until today. After so long, there is finally an event. Dog head saves life. Our country of Bangzi must be the first in this event ranking. Bullshit, the first place belongs to our country of India. We are the mysterious Oriental country. Ola, the person above, if I remember correctly, the Oriental country is Xia country, right? That the representatives of major forces are now carefully studying the gameplay of World Boss, although they have a month of internal testing time, but it is not the time to start the event, and they don't know the rules. They can only analyze the prompts given by the system and the words between the lines. They are curious about the first event of the whole server. At this time, the staff of major forces began to get busy again. In just 2 hours, they must study the gameplay of the entire event based on the known information and formulate an effective plan. However, these cannot affect Zhu Zhao. At this moment, he has arranged all the affairs of the territory. Kate stayed in the Tianshang Renjian territory, and Alice stayed in Fortress No. 2, Zhu Zhao and other heroes were divided into several groups. The event will start in 2 hours. Chapter 68. The World Boss is quite powerful. You are listening at novelfull.audio. 2 hours passed quickly. Just when the countdown that all the server lords were looking forward to ended, the system began to announce the information of the World Boss. The Frost Dragon has been refreshed. Coordinates: 38652-47956. The Cyclops King has been refreshed. Coordinates: 25869-38564. Taiwan Novel Network Diamond Suit. Diamond Suit. The Three-Headed Hellhound King has been refreshed. Coordinates: -68054-74536. The Titan Python King has been refreshed. Coordinates: 38562-65284. Check the refresh of the world bosses in the Xia Kingdom of the East Continent. 50 world bosses have been refreshed in the Xia Kingdom of the East Continent, distributed in various corners of the Xia Kingdom. Open the map provided by the system again to compare the specific coordinates. The more Zhu Zhao looked, the brighter his smile became. The breath of the European Emperor was blowing in his face. There are 50 world bosses in Xia country, 12 of which can be quickly reached by oneself through the occupied fortress. In other words, at least 12 world bosses can be quickly found and eliminated by Zhu Zhao. Among them, the world boss closest to Zhu Zhao, the Frost Giant, is refreshed inside the Kunlun Mountains. It is very close to the Tianshang Renjian territory. In the previous life, I was delayed for 2 months before entering the game. At that time, I just caught up with this event. But I was powerless. If I remember correctly, there are extra rewards for killing the world boss first, so what are you waiting for? Share the coordinates that can be reached quickly with all heroes. If you want to brush rewards, of course you have to divide your troops into multiple ways and take multiple approaches. The number of troops in Zhu Zhao's territory may not be too many for those big forces, but the troops brought this time are of high quality. There are also many heroes, enough for Zhu Zhao to launch attacks on multiple world bosses at the same time. After arranging their respective tasks, there will be no more delays. Zhu Zhao rode the bone dragon this time and flew towards the coordinates of the refreshed world boss inside the Kunlun Mountains. Louise still had to lead the team to kill the world boss. The undead bone dragon had just been transformed, so it was a good opportunity to ride it and experience the difference between it and the black dragon. The refreshed world boss this time will last for 15 days. After 15 days, the unkilled boss will be automatically refreshed. The event will last for 1 month, with a total of 2 rounds of world boss refreshes. The world boss event is just a warm-up for the first national war. Although the undead bone dragon is only a skeleton, it still flies very smoothly, but it is a little uncomfortable. At the same time, other Lord players in the Universal Lords also went crazy. The World Chat channel became lively again. The European Emperor is here, the non-Europeans should get out of the way. Ha ha ha, a world boss is directly refreshed outside my territory. I'm going to get rich. Wait a minute, everyone. I'm going to take down the boss's head and bring it back for you to drink. The sadness of the non-European. I've looked at the map coordinates. The world boss closest to me is tens of thousands of miles away. I've given up on this activity. You guys play. I'm going to go offline and ask for comfort. Is there anyone who can tell me the strength of the world boss? Can I beat it with my 30,000 level 3 troops? If I can't beat it, I won't waste my time. I don't know if I can beat it with 30,000 level 3 troops, but I'm on my way with 100,000 level 2 troops. Wish me good luck. The above person is awesome. He dares to challenge the world boss with 100,000 level 2 troops. Aren't you afraid of becoming a commander without troops? Try it, and the bicycle will become a motorcycle. If you succeed, call me Wang De Lao. If you fail. The World Chat channel is extremely lively, and the representatives of major forces in various countries are also full of urgency. Before the world boss was refreshed, the general staff had already roughly drawn a conclusion. Since the system released the world boss activity during this time period, the world boss would definitely not be too strong. Some major forces have even occupied the fortress. So there is no reason to be afraid of this world boss. Just do it. At this time, in the east continent, Xia country, Lei Zhenzi's territory, the third Holy Mother ran into the Lord's Hall and looked at Lei Zhenzi, who was analyzing the map. The troops have been assembled. When do we set off? Lei Zhenzi closed the map. Are Xiao Zhang and Lao Wang ready? The third Holy Mother nodded. Everything is ready, and we can set off at any time. Lei Zhenzi shared the coordinates of a world boss with the third Holy Mother. Okay, tell them to set off towards the boss at this coordinate point. This is the closest to our territory. After that, Lei Zhenzi strode out of the Lord's Hall. He also set off in a hurry with the troops of the territory. He still didn't dare to fully believe the conclusion given by the general staff, because he was unsure of the specific strength of the world boss. Lei Zhenzi decided to join forces to fight against a boss first, and in the western continent, in Arthur's territory, Arthur was standing on the city wall, holding up his sword. Guys, it's time to prove our strength. In this event, we want to prove to other countries that we are the real world overlords. Come with me and kill the boss that refreshes near the territory. The players from the Eagle country around him were excited when they heard this, and they all started to shout, on an island somewhere in the east continent. Yumeko Naiku rode his troops and rushed forward. Hurry up, the boss is in front, we must be the first country to kill the world boss. The rest of you should speed up and show your Bushido spirit. North Continent, Aston Territory, South Continent, Alaba Territory, all the representatives of the lords of the major forces acted quickly, wanting to be the first to kill the world boss. At this time, inside the Kunlun Mountains, Zhu Zhao flew through the air on the undead bone dragon. The world boss closest to the Tianshang Renjian territory is here. In fact, you cannot kill this world boss here first. After all, this is inside the Kunlun Mountains, which is very dangerous, even if the Lord players outside know the coordinates of this world boss. They have to consider it and fight at the end. Although Zhu Zhao has cleaned it up, other Lord players don't know. Even if they knew, what could they do? There are not many lords who have the strength to snatch food from Zhu Zhao's mouth. If you are not strong enough, you will be given extra food when you come here. Hehe, it's good that you don't snatch them. I have to say that although the undead bone dragon is a bit uncomfortable to ride, its speed is still good. It soon arrived near the coordinates. From a distance, Zhu Zhao saw the figure of a huge monster in the valley ahead from the air. A giant with a chill all over his body, more than 100 meters tall. This boss is now besieged by undead monsters. maybe it's because of the different camps. This boss that suddenly appeared in the Kunlun Mountains will of course receive special hospitality from the local natives. It's a pity that this world boss is quite powerful, and the interior of the Kunlun Mountains was also cleared by Zhu Zhao before, so there are only tens of thousands of undead monsters besieging. Every attack of the world boss is accompanied by ice, killing a group and freezing a group. The number of undead monsters is rapidly decreasing. The world boss only lost a tiny bit of health. Zhu Zhao regretted that he cleaned up too early. If he had done it later, the two tigers would have fought each other. Couldn't he have picked up a ready-made one? Chapter 69. All the lords were stunned. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Looking at the few remaining undead monsters, Zhu Zhao shook his head. It seems that he still needs to do it himself. A quick battle. There is another world boss waiting for his favor. He took out the Bible of the Dead from his backpack and shouted very childishly. Come out, Pikachu, Ba, come out, the undead bone dragon. The black dragon and angels following behind him looked at their lord in confusion, as if saying, My lord, I'm afraid you have a serious illness. After a loud shout, the Bible of the Dead in Zhu Zhao's hand emitted a black light. The next moment, 9,999 units of undead bone dragons were released from the undead space. The liberated undead bone dragon roared. A woo, woo 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 woo. Before the undead bone dragon finished roaring, it saw the black dragon and many angels staring at it. It turned from roaring to acting cute. Zhu Zhao was speechless. You guys are 13th level soldiers anyway, where's your dignity? Besides, you're in the same faction now, what are you afraid of? Letting you be a mount is really blind. Forget it, I don't bother to care about them. Killing the boss is the most important thing. Zhu Zhao gave an order, and the soldiers he led rushed towards the frost giant. Zhu Zhao checked the attributes of the world boss. Frost giant, template, world boss.HP, 3 billion. Defense, 850. DPS, 1500, true damage, speed, 14. Skills, frost flame, ice palm, freeze 3 feet, worthy of being a world boss, 3 billion HP. Really thick skin. The ordinary attacks of these low and middle-level soldiers can only deal force damage. Only skill damage can break defense. In fact, there is not much difference between the world boss and the ordinary boss. It's just that the health is a little thicker, the defense is a little higher, and the attack is a little higher. Some readers asked why the defense and damage of the world boss are not as high as Louise. The health of the boss is super high. The damage is also real damage. There is no question of whether it can break the defense. After checking the attributes, it's time to send this boss to the road, because they are all flying soldiers. They all attack from the air after getting close. Dragon breath, dragon claws, dragon tail swing and other various attacks emerge in an endless stream. Angels are not willing to lag behind, and the holy light judgment keeps falling. The frost giant was attacked and was furious. It let out a shocking roar, waved its giant palm covered with ice, and smashed it into the air. At this time, it must be said that the black dragon's magic immunity is really strong. The frost giant's skills can only deal basic damage. The magic damage bonus added by the skills is invalid. The undead bone dragon is not so lucky. However, the skills add a curse after attacking the world boss, which greatly increases the damage of other soldiers. Angels are the busiest. They not only have to attack, but also have to revive other soldiers who died due to bad luck from time to time. Don't ask why the undead bone dragon can be resurrected. I don't know either. Darkness, light, curse, 3 kinds of additional damage, constantly stacked and exploded on the frost giant. Dense damage kept coming out of the frost giant. No matter how high the health value is, it can't withstand the attack of so many top-level soldiers. The health value is like diabetes, falling down. Soon, the health value of the frost giant was emptied, and the huge body fell down. The next second, the world announcement of the whole server sounded. System announcement, congratulations to player Tianping for successfully killing the world boss frost giant. Special rewards of 50 million basic resources, 100-hour time acceleration card *100, legendary equipment treasure chest *3, random intermediate soldier template treasure chest *1. This announcement is hereby made as a reward. System announcement, congratulations to player Tianping for being the first to successfully kill the world boss. Additional rewards include 100 million basic resources, 100-hour time acceleration cards *100, 3 mythical equipment treasure chests, and 1 random 10th level soldier template treasure chest. This announcement is hereby made as an encouragement. System announcement. Continuous world announcement sounded. Zhu Zhao not only gained a large number of basic resources, but also a lot of precious items. Sure enough, the first Lord player to kill the world boss not only gained the reward of killing the boss, but also the extra reward of first blood. Nice. The Lord player world that heard the world announcement was also boiling, in the world chat channel. I said that Tianping would definitely be the first, mighty and domineering. No exaggeration, Tianping is indeed too strong. Tianping, my god forever. Boss, please help me. I had 100,000 tier 2 troops, and they were all wiped out. I only lost a little blood. Be content with your level 3 troops. I had 50,000 tier 3 troops, and I was slapped back as soon as I went out. The world boss has super high attributes, and ordinary players like us can't provoke it. Let's go. Don't waste time and troops. Zhu Zhao won the first kill of the world boss, and it was not just ordinary players who were hit, the representatives of the Lord players of various forces were also hit hard. Arthur looked at the world boss in front of him, whose health had been reduced by 20%, with a gloomy face. Attack hard, don't be afraid of the damage of low-level troops. Even if you use troops to pile up, you must quickly pile up this boss. In the East Continent, in the Japanese region, Meichuan Naiku gnashed his teeth after hearing the world announcement. Are you all pigs? Attack. The first place is gone, so take the second place for me. The second place must belong to my great Japanese country. Hurry up. And Lei Zhenzi is also leading nearly 10 million mid-level troops to attack the world boss. Pay attention to the attack frequency of the boss, pay attention to commanding troops to dodge skills, and don't be affected by the world announcement. Take down the world boss in front of you first. Because he took 2 photos of mid-level troops, it was much easier for him to fight the world boss than others. The most important thing is that he did not believe the conclusion given by the general staff and did not divide his troops, but he concentrated all his forces to deal with one world boss first. It is obvious that he is right. The staff of the general staff, alas, after hearing the system announcement that Tianping got the first kill of the world boss, Lei Zhenzi looked at the 3 holy mothers with a wry smile on his face. It's Tianping, worthy of being our Xia people. It seems that we can only take second or third place. As soon as Lei Zhenzi finished speaking, another world announcement sounded. System announcement. Congratulations to player Tianping for successfully killing the world boss Titan King. Special rewards of 50 million basic resources each, 100-hour time acceleration card *100, legendary equipment treasure chest *3, random intermediate soldier template treasure chest *1. This announcement is hereby made as a reward. System announcement. Congratulations to player Tianping, the second to successfully kill the world boss. Additional rewards of 100 million basic resources each, 100-hour time acceleration card *50, mythical equipment treasure chest *1, random 9th level soldier template treasure chest *1. This announcement is hereby made as an encouragement. As soon as this world announcement came out, the lords of the major forces who were madly chopping the boss were stunned. What the hell? Didn't Tianping just kill a world boss? How long has it been? How come another one was killed? Is there a bug? For a moment, all the Lord players were stunned. Chapter 70. Who can give me an analysis? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Arthur's face was gloomy at first, but he was stunned after hearing the announcement. What is going on? Is Tianping cheating? How could a lord kill 2 world bosses in such a short time? Does Tianping have the ability to fight on multiple fronts? Has his strength reached this level? My Kawanaku was furious. You damn Tianping, it's fine if you don't have the first one, but you didn't leave me the second one. How did you kill 2 world bosses in such a short time? Did the 2 bosses spawn together? At this time, Lei Zhenzi's bitter smile became even more bitter. Sure enough, I underestimated Tianping. This is no longer a surprise, but a shock. Just as all the Lord players were wondering how Tianping killed 2 world bosses in such a short time, Zhu Zhao had already ridden the Black Dragon to the #1 fortress in the Kunlun Mountains. Don't ask why he didn't ride the Bone Dragon, it was so uncomfortable. After hearing the system announcement, Zhu Zhao just shrugged and didn't care. There is no way. This is the advantage of having many heroes and strong troops. The troops are divided into multiple routes and kill the world boss in multiple lines. The effect is surprisingly good. The boss just now should be killed by Louise, except Louise, the other heroes should be almost finished. On the way to the #1 fortress of Kunlun Mountains, Zhu Zhao opened both the troops treasure box and the equipment treasure box. The first and second rewarded a total of 4 mythical equipment treasure boxes. After opening, I found that there were 2 magicians and 2 knights. I won't write the attributes anymore. Some readers complained that the number of words is too small. I will save it in the future world announcements. Unexpectedly, the one who gained the most was Alice, who didn't contribute. Equipment is secondary to Lord players. Troops are the most important. No matter how powerful an individual is, if he is surrounded by a large-scale army, there will be only one result. The strength of an individual is limited after all. The system additionally rewarded a 9th level and a 10th level troops template treasure box. There are also 2 random mid-level troops treasure boxes, all opened. I got a random treasure chest of 10th level soldiers, and I got a vampire lord randomly. Damn, system, come out, I promise not to kill you. Do you think I am someone who needs vampire soldiers? A random treasure chest of 9th level soldiers opened a Thunderbird. 2 random treasure chests of mid-level soldiers opened a 7th level and a 6th level. I am not rich. Let's ask Meng Jia about the 10th level soldiers first. I don't know if I can afford this 10th level soldier template after buying a 9th level troll last time. As for the other 3, I'll sell them to whomever is appropriate. These are just small amounts of money. Put all the items into the backpack. At this time, the system announcement sounded again. System announcement. Well, it seems that another hero has killed a world boss anyway. It's boring on the way back to the territory. Then do something exciting. Then open the world chat channel and start peeking. If nothing unexpected happens, the topic in the world chat channel should be all about me. Hee hee. As expected. Fuck, Tianping killed the 3rd world boss. How did he do it? Baga, Tianping must have cheated. I want to report him and have him banned. The dwarf upstairs, I'm really worried about your IQ. The Universal Lord is an independent intelligent brain. How could there be a cheat? Ah, I agree with the dwarf. Otherwise how do you explain Tianping's current situation? Is there anyone who can analyze it? I'm a big shot, according to my analysis. First, it has something to do with the fortress, which can save time by teleporting. Second, it should be related to the Tianping army, which is strong enough to fight on multiple fronts. Third, it should have nothing to do with me. Upstairs. Peeking at the various speculative information in the world chat channel, Zhu Zhao secretly gave them a thumbs up. There are so many big shots. Based on limited information, they can guess almost everything. I have to admire the magical powers of netizens. No longer peeking at the screen, he closed the chat channel and hurried to Fortress #1. In fact, there is an implicit rule in the World Boss event. Although the World Boss is randomly refreshed in each continent, however, the number of bosses refreshed in each continent is calculated according to the number of Lord players in each continent. The more Lord players there are in the continent, the more bosses will refresh. In the East continent, 50 world bosses were refreshed in the Xia Kingdom area alone, which is definitely not enough to share. Xia Kingdom has many large forces and a large population base, although the world boss is very strong, but in the face of the terrifying human wave tactics, it can still be overthrown. It's just a matter of how much soldiers are lost and how long it takes. So we must hurry up and continue to kill more world bosses. After all, the rewards given by the world boss are still very generous. And after killing the ones in the Xia Kingdom area, if you have time, it is not impossible to go to other areas to play. Of course, Zhu Zhao is not the only one who is thinking about the rewards of the world boss. Other powerful Lord player representatives of major forces are also racing against time. After all, judging from the rewards obtained from Tianping's world announcement, the higher the ranking of the speed of killing the world boss, the richer the extra rewards. There are even rewards for military templates, which are the most tempting. As for the basic resources of the rewards, they are not too important to them. After all, they are not short of basic resources. The only thing that limits their strength development is the military template and acceleration props. Therefore, representatives of major forces are also trying their best to win higher ranking rewards. For example, Meichuan Naiku in the Japanese region of the East Continent, at this moment. It is using the so-called pig-rushing tactics to arrange the troops to attack the world boss. At this time, the health of the world boss has been reduced to only 20% by the troops. Meichuan Naiku's excited little mustache is about to stand up. Hurry up and continue to attack. Don't worry about the casualties of these troops. As long as you kill the boss in front of you, the 4th place reward will be ours. The world boss that was surrounded and beaten by the pig-rushing tactics on the island has entered the violent stage. Each time a skill is released, hundreds or even thousands of soldiers die, but Meichuan Naiku doesn't care. As long as he kills the world boss in front of him in time, it will be enough to get the random soldier template treasure box and the additional reward soldier template from the system. If the intermediate random soldier template treasure box can open the 8th level soldier, when he thought of this, his 2 small mustaches were raised even higher, and in the western continent, in the battlefield where Arthur attacked the world boss. General Arthur, the latest news is that the health of the boss on Meichuan Naiku's side is still 20%, and that on Lei Jinzi's side is still 15%, and the other forces are all above 20%. Arthur was overjoyed when he heard this. Wairue good, it seems that the 4th person to kill the world boss is me, Arthur. Speed up the attack, and give me the forbidden spell scrolls. I must get the 4th place. With Arthur's order, all the Eagle Sauce Country Lord players who have attack props took out the props and used them on the world boss. The boss was instantly covered by dense attack props. The health value was rapidly decreasing. Seeing that the health of the world boss was about to be cleared, Arthur's expression became more and more excited. It seemed that victory was already waving to him.